Unicorns and glitter and taxidermy critters are just some of the things they like. They also enjoy 80s hair bands, Grizzly Adams and John Goodman, so if you think that's weird, then you can take a hike. But the things they enjoy the most are making art and cracking jokes, so without further ado, here are your hosts. You've got your two artsy gals, Here are your two artsy gals.
Hey listeners, Katie here. We are deep into summer, and that means that, as we said last week, episodes are not going to be every single week for the next month or month and a half, just because, especially in July, Lonnie's got some big deal shit going on. Like, she's getting married and going on her honeymoon. Katie's got some big deal shit going on. Why did I say it like that? That's so douchey. I've got some big deal shit going on. I've got some vacation stuff happening and some family obligation shit happening for the month. So we will have new episodes, but it might just be every other week. But we do have some big deal shit going on for the podcast. So Lonnie and I this is going up on Wednesday, the 12th. And tomorrow is recording day for Lonnie and I. And we're going to be recording the video to our Patreon campaign. And then it will go up. We'll probably launch it and announce it over the weekend. I will have another episode next week, this weekend coming up that I will post because this one's a little late. But yeah, so look for that. It's going to be really cool. We're excited about it. We have some really fun listener rewards, but that will make the big announcement about when we record tomorrow, and you'll hear that later in the week. But speaking of supporting the podcast, we need your support. We don't make any money off this. It doesn't give us a payday, nothing. We have been doing this for free for 3 years, and we kind of need to turn that ship around if we want to keep the podcast going. So if you love this podcast and you would like to support this podcast, you can do it in a few ways. Right now, the biggest way you can help us is to rate and review us on iTunes. I know it's a pain in the ass to log into iTunes, but it's a pretty big deal. Their algorithm works in a certain way, and the more ratings and reviews you have, the higher up you are in the search results. So if you could do that for us, give us some stars, tell the world that you love us, and that will be super great. You don't have to write a big giant review. Just say, I like these guys, or big thumbs up, or whatever. I don't care what you say. Just say, they told me to rate and review. It doesn't matter what you say. But the fact of the matter is that if people see a podcast with a lot of ratings and reviews, they're going to go, oh, this must be a good podcast. You can also support us just by telling the world about us. Tell your friends, tell your family, teach someone how to use a podcast. Some people don't even know. Just get the word out about Two Artsy Gals. You can also choose to support us monetarily. Like I said, next week we'll be talking about our new Patreon. But right now, from the Two Artsy Gals website, twoartsygals.com, you can go and you can choose to donate to us. There's a PayPal donate button that will allow you to do a one-time donation. I think you can also do a recurring donation there, but we're going to focus on a one-time donation of any amount because any amount helps us. You can also support the show by donating a product to us. We have an Amazon wish list that you can also access through twoartsygals.com. And you can see if there's anything cool on there that you might like to hear about it and donate that to us, and it will send it right to us, and then we can talk about it. Follow us on all the social medias. You can follow us on, we're on Instagram, we're on Twitter. I'm trying to be better about using those. But when you tweet, we always tweet on the days we record because there's always some kind of jackassery going on. So yeah, follow us there. Follow us on the Facebooks. We're Two Artsy Gals on Facebook. And now we have a Facebook group that you might want to join because we're trying to build a community where we can all talk and share ideas more freely than you're allowed to on a fan page. So you can actually see the content that people are posting and you're getting it all the time. And that's Two Artsy Gals Making Cool Shit, yo. So do that. Ask to join. I will accept your request immediately, probably, because, you know, the internet's in your hand these days. I could be at the grocery store shopping and see, oh, so-and-so asked to join the group, and go, cool, and add you. You can email Two Artsy Gals at twoartsygals@gmail.com to ask us questions, comment on the show, share a project or an idea. We love more ideas because I'm always afraid we're going to run out of them. And if you just are too busy to type an email, you can call Two Artsy Gals on our voicemail line at 503-395-7190 and leave a message. And when you do that, we will probably play it on the show. Unless it's a mean message, then we'll just erase it. But don't leave us a mean message, Kay. Anyway, because it's summertime, this week, Lonnie and I talked about travel art kits. So listen and get some awesome ideas about how to bring your art supplies with you when you're on your vacay. Hey, everybody, this is Katie.
And this is Lonnie.
And you're listening to Two Artsy Gals. Yay! Yay!
Woo!
Woo!
Okay, that's all. Bye, folks.
See you later. It's a good episode.
Yeah.
Have a good time. So yeah, I always feel like we kind of flail on intros for the second one that we record in a row.
I know.
But Lonnie just told me
I'm
a thing
always
that
hungry.
made me mad.
I know. I'm sorry. I read a thing that made me mad.
Some lady got kicked out of her apartment pool for being inappropriate.
She's wearing
in her
one piece.
A one-piece bathing suit.
I guess it did show some side boob.
Who fucking cares?
I know,
it's
like,
a bathing suit.
It is. And she said it was, the lady was saying it was a thong. That was not a thong.
No, thongs go up your butt.
Yeah. It's so
her
weird.
butt was 100% fully covered.
People, okay.
Stop.
Exactly. Was this I don't think this was a thing. Like, this is a newer
Dude.
thing. People being up in other people's business like
Yeah.
that. Like, telling them how to raise their kids. Telling them they're doing shit wrong. Like, people just being so flagrantly fucking...
Mind your own fucking business.
Yeah.
And if you don't enjoy that woman's swimsuit,
Don't look at
don't
it.
fucking look at her in her swimsuit.
Yeah, and this woman was telling her, I wouldn't want my kids around you in that.
Well, I would drown your ugly kids, so fuck off.
Katie.
Oh, hi, kitty. I think of the bathing suits that I wore when I was thin, like when I was a young and a teenager and in my early 20s.
Cut
Fucking
sides were really in.
High cut sides. I wore string bikinis. Like with
I
the
know,
little
I was
strings that
always
tied
like-
on the side and a little string on the back. Like, and my favorite bathing suit was a one piece, but barely.
Nice.
It had like the whole stomach section cut out. Remember those?
Uh-huh.
And then the back went really low, and it was really fucking. And I wore that shit to a church fucking picnic.
And did anyone shame you or tell you to
No,
go cover
my
up?
dad or my mom said, Katie Ruth, you should probably put some shorts on. But I was like, I'm swimming. Why? My shorts are what I'm going to put on when I get out of the water
Yeah.
because they're dry.
Yeah.
No. Nobody fucking shamed me.
I know. Why is this a thing now?
I don't know, but I'm fucking
I
tired of
am
it.
too. Like, you have to always be on guard that, I don't know, that someone's going to attack you for the way you're doing a thing. Like, whatever thing. It doesn't matter what thing you're doing. It's always wrong.
It's, yeah.
To somebody. And now they feel okay to say that. It's weird.
You know what they can do.
Know. Like,
Choke on a bag of dicks.
Like, I feel so bad for these moms and these mom groups with young kids, and just their stories of this kind of shit happening to them
I think that
constantly.
was kind of starting to be. I think it's always been a thing.
It's just gotten more
Here's
intense with
The
the
thing,
internet
I think
or
it has gotten
something.
more intense with the internet, and I think people say shit that they wouldn't say in person on the internet. But I think
But
that it's been
these are,
happening
like,
for
real life situations.
Well, see, here's
like,
the thing. I think it's been
people
happening for so
confronting people.
long that now people are starting to
Okay.
be more emboldened. Like,
Yeah.
like that filter is
Mhm.
going away
Mhm.
because of the internet.
Yeah.
I didn't have a lot of mom friends when my kid was little
I didn't either.
because I think I
It
was
I feel like it's
worried about people judging me.
mm-hmm.
And so I just didn't hang out with other moms.
Yeah.
I had a couple of friends that were like when our kids were in preschool together, I had a couple people that I really clicked with. But when our kids, like, we all filtered in from different neighborhoods into this preschool. So when they grew up and went to grade school, like when they were done with pre-K, we just kind of grew apart because
Yeah.
our kids were in different neighborhoods. They made different friends at their new schools, and
Yep.
it just was what it was. But when, like, by the time my son was in grade school, I was a single mom. I worked full time, and I didn't have time to make friends,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
And my son went to a school in kind of an affluent neighborhood. There weren't a lot of, that, as far as I know, other than the one woman my age who got a divorce after me, there were no single parents.
Mm-hmm. I know I got
And-
lucky to live in an apartment building that had a bunch of single moms, but at the school, yeah, it was like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. There wasn't
You
a
feel
thing.
like everybody's fucking judging you. And
Uh-huh.
if you feel
And
like
now
that,
they
it's
do it out
probably
loud.
because they are. Yeah.
Now they come up to you and judge you to your face. And it's like, no.
Nope.
Keep that shit to
Don't
yourself.
judge people.
You can
Look,
think
and-
it all you want.
and
I don't
you're
fucking
not
care
the
what you
boss
think, but
of
just
other
don't-
people.
Yeah, you don't get to tell other people what to do.
No, you really don't.
No. Stop it.
No. I
Sorry.
mean, we could go even deeper with this because I
I know.
made some comments on, we had that fucking rally here in Portland the week after the TriMet shooting where those
Yes.
crazy racists came and talked.
Yeah.
And I was saying on Facebook, I mean, I wrote this big, long, heartfelt thing, but the gist of it was, look, I don't like what those people are fucking saying.
Right.
They're horrible, awful people, but I am not the boss of them. It is not up
Yeah.
to me to tell them not to say those things. In the giant scheme of things, in that rally. Like, if I hear someone saying something to me on the bus or saying something to someone on the bus, of course I'm going to say, dude, you can't fucking talk to people like that.
Doodah agrees.
Doodah doesn't like racists either.
No.
But the point that, hey, come here, Doodah, come here. The point that I was trying to make is like, okay, so they have a rally. What if nobody went to that to counter protest and it was just a bunch of weird assholes at the park
I know. I was
being
kind of wishing.
sad fuckers?
I was kind of wishing that would have been the case.
Like, then what
Like,
would have happened? Like, they would have gotten
sad trombone.
They got exactly what they wanted.
Yes, they got lots.
Was
of
this
attention.
big
And
reaction?
then they're like, "Poor us! These mean other people."
Oh, these
showed
crazy
up."
liberals are being mean and they're smashing our
I know. I just
right
felt.
to free speech. And
To
I'm like,
me, it felt like a setup.
it
like
was,
they
and I
knew-
feel
yeah.
like people take
And
the
then-
fucking bait.
Yeah,
and I'm like, come on.
no, don't
Sorry,
take
we're
the
getting
bait.
political, but this has been bothering me
I know. I was
lately,
like,
and I'm so
"Ugh."
overwhelmed. I'm like really, if it what would have happened if they would have just been a group of a few hundred assholes at a park
Yeah,
being gross, bad people?
yeah.
Like,
and then that would have got the news attention, and then people would have been like,
Like-
"Ew, look at those gross people
there was
doing
a-
that thing."
There's a really gross bunch of assholes
but
down there
instead,
talking,
it
but
was
they were
the
just talking to
opposing people
themselves.
that got all the attention
Mhm.
because the cops came and made it all crazy. And,
Yeah, it was just weird.
yeah,
But that, I mean, like,
Ugh.
that's the whole, but you're not the
Ugh.
boss of anyone.
yeah. And
People-
stop being fucking trolled. I swear that was a huge, like, people were being trolled. People on the left were being like trolled by this rally. This,
Oh,
there's like,
why is this a thing that's happening from the, like, it's, why are these things coming from the internet to our real world? Because this is not a world that I enjoy.
No,
Like,
no,
I
and
don't-
it didn't seem like. I mean, to me, it seemed like
Stop.
an in real life.
It
Trolling.
is.
Like,
People,
look, we can make
like,
you mad.
you're
by
a real
saying
life troll.
These fucked up things,
and
and
then,
then these people are like, we are mad, and they're like, told you, and it's just like, stop.
yeah, no, just stop the fucking madness, people. Just stop it.
Yeah, sorry.
Like, I'm all for rallies and for freedom of speech, but read the fucking constitutional amendment, people. It's not what you think it is. Okay?
Yeah.
Just stop. Just
Yeah.
stop with it all. And like, it doesn't give you the right to be an asshole. It doesn't give you
No.
the right. It doesn't guarantee that people are going to agree with you.
Yeah, it does
It
not
doesn't-
give you the. Yeah,
It doesn't mean that
you're
other
right.
people are going to be like, whoa,
'cause you're
whoa,
saying
whoa,
out
you
loud,
are,
yeah.
yes, you have said this out loud, but you are entirely wrong and you need to stop. Like, the whole fucking thing.
It doesn't protect you from the consequences.
It
of what
doesn't.
you say.
And when
Like,
you're an
you-
asshole,
Yeah.
people are going to be like, hey, you're an asshole.
Yeah, and you don't get to
Even
cry
if you
about
run our
it.
country.
Yeah.
Like, you know, that's just the
Yeah.
way it fucking works. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm so fucking tired of this. Like, no, it is
It
a
is
thing.
tiring.
And I think
I have
last
to,
week when
like,
I said, like,
ignore
I've
it.
been really conscious of my critical brain, like criticizing people and judging people.
Mine is on overdrive.
Like, I try really hard not to do that. And when I see someone and I have those ugly thoughts in my head, I immediately check myself. And I have those ugly thoughts less. And actually, you know what's weird? I find more people broadly attractive now.
Yeah.
Like, when I see people, I, instead of saying, ew, I'm like, oh, look, she has really pretty hair. Or
Yeah.
he has really pretty eyes. Or what a nice smile. Like, I see the nicer things
Yeah.
more readily now.
Yes.
Like, this has been kind of a goal of mine in recent months. Mostly because I don't like it when people judge me.
Yeah, I don't either.
I know, it doesn't feel
actually
nice.
that was a big part of my anxiety that I'm glad is gone. I worried to just a huge degree about people judging me, and I'm like, why am I so
Yeah.
focused and afraid of that? Like, it was a really weird realization that I was like, God, I spend a lot of energy like worrying about. I gotta stop that too.
Yeah, no, you
'cause
do.
It's who fucking cares,
Right.
Like,
I still-
obviously it's a thing that people do. It's not gonna hurt me in any way, but unless they come up and, like I said, if they come up and judge me out loud and say it to
Yeah.
my face, then I'm gonna. But
Well, I don't know who said this, but I love it. It was a quote of, it's not none of my business what you think of me.
yes,
Like,
Yes.
it is none of my business
No.
what you think of me. I don't need to know that.
No.
That's your own deal. You
Yeah.
have it over there. I don't need to know
yeah.
that
I
you
know.
think I'm too fat for this tank
Right.
top or
Or you think I'm not like paying enough attention to my kid, or or
Yeah.
I know I was too far behind my kid on when my kid was on his bike once, or just like whatever. I'm just
Dude, I used to let my kid climb the scaffolding at his dad's roofing jobs when he was like 4. I'm pretty sure I would have some judgmental moms telling me. He even fell off once, got the wind knocked out of him. It was terrifying, but he was fucking fine.
yeah. I know, it's
Like,
just,
and he lived a life. Well,
I have
when
like,
I was a little kid in the 70s, we did crazy fucking shit.
yeah, we did,
Like,
we
didn't have
build
bicycle
jumps for our
helmets,
bikes.
and we
yeah.
jumped in the middle of the fucking street. We built
Yes.
jumps, and then when cars come, we would take the jump and move it, and then or make them drive around. Depends on if our mom was telling us what to do or not. Dude, we used
My
to have
face
this.
got hot from this conversation.
Yeah, I know, because we're getting worked up. We used to have this huge freight air mattress that, like, they use on trains. They put between cargo on a train so they don't bang together. My grandpa brought one because he used to work for Oregon Washington Lumber, and the train pulled right up on the loading dock behind Oregon Washington Lumber.
Oh, cool.
And so they had one of those extra freight mats, and we put it underneath our apple tree, and a bunch of kids would get on one end of it, or one, depending, and it would push all the air to the other end, and then we would climb the fucking apple tree and jump out of the apple tree onto the mat and launch kids across the yard. No one told us to stop it. No one judged my mom because she let us do that. People would be driving down the street going, there goes one of those crazy Bradley kids again, flying through the air. What the fuck are they up to? At least they're not setting shit on fire today. Like,
yeah.
you just didn't do that. I feel like people were so much less concerned
About
with what
micromanaging
you were doing
everybody
with your
else.
kids.
Yeah.
You raise your kids your
Yeah.
way. I raise my kids my way. If I want to go out and show my fucking fat tattooed arms off in a tank top, that's what I'm gonna do because it's 90 fucking degrees. Suck a bag of dicks.
Yeah.
Done.
Boom.
Take it.
That's right.
Speaking of wearing inappropriate clothing in this heat, it's vacation season, bitches.
Yay!
And when I go on vacation, look, I don't fucking care. If I'm
Yeah.
somewhere where no one's gonna I'm never gonna see one of those motherfuckers again.
You're so different. I always want to feel like I want to look nicer.
Oh no, I do want to look nicer, but I will wear bathing suits in public.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh man, I got laughed at in San Diego. I think I was in Oceanside, and I'm a big white lady. I'm a fat white lady. And I was like wearing this dress. I don't know. These girls, these teenage girls behind me were like laughing at me.
Yeah, don't do that,
and
teenage
they thought
girls.
I think they thought I was like German or something. They thought I didn't speak English because I must have looked so weird. I don't know. They were just like making fun of me.
What were you looking so weird about? I don't understand.
I was wearing this like dress and I just had a bun in my hair. I don't know. They probably just thought I was like.
They were just mean little bitches.
Yeah, but
they should have been minding their own business. It's not your business what they thought of you.
I know.
Stop doing that, people.
I know.
They were mean girls.
They were mean girls. Yeah.
Unfortunately,
and I was just like,
mean girls are on vacation too.
I know. And,
yeah,
and
I would
some
get
of them
like
live in California or the areas where the weather's nicer.
Yeah.
It seems like people are very
they're
into
more
their
fit.
appearance,
Yeah,
and the brands they're wearing and all that shit.
Oh no, I'm not.
We
into
don't.
That.
I'm like, I'm from Portland. I don't care.
No,
like we don't
just,
care about that.
We
have
have zero fucks to give about this.
Yeah.
So, in Mexico, when we would go during spring vacation, there were a lot of fucking pretty people, college age, young.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a little self-conscious, but like we got laughed at one time because so you can't go on the beach. There are only certain beaches you can go to in Cabo San Lucas because the Pacific Ocean side is very dangerous and you don't go in the beach. They're like, you can't swim there. They have signs all over. Don't fucking swim here.
I've gone on that beach, but not in the water.
No, it's scary. You can't.
I saw whales right there.
Yes, there are all kinds of whales, but there is a beach if you go down the coast a bit. So it's the Sea of Cortez side. And then you can, the resort, they charge you like a little bit of money to go hang out on their beach for the day. And they have like a little cabana and all that stuff.
Get your bucket of beer and
your bucket of beer and your big umbrella. And then you go sit.
So good.
But the way that the shoreline is there's no, like here in Oregon, when you walk out, like you can get up to your waist in, like it just gradually gets deeper. It does not.
It just drops.
And it's still like, I would say neck deep in this one spot, and then it kind of gradually tapers off. But there's no, just because of the way the ocean hits the shoreline, I think, it is just a drop off. And so it makes like when the waves crash in, they really hit hard. It like, and my mother-in-law went out in the water to pee. She didn't want to go hike up the hot beach because that sand is hot on your tootsies.
Oh god, yeah, I remember that.
And it's not nice sand like Oregon sand. It has like this sand that feels good on your feet, and the only thing the sand on that beach is good for is fucking exfoliating the fuck out of your calluses. Your feet hurt after you get out of there. But anyway, she fell over and the water kept coming in and hitting her. So it was basically rolling my mother-in-law, who's a chubby little white lady, in the surf. And my niece was like torn between pretending she didn't know her grandma and tried to help her grandma. And there is a whole group of skinny ladies behind us at their beach, and they're laughing so hard.
It's so hard.
But we were laughing too because it was funny.
Yeah.
But then it was only funny until I went down there and slid and fell, and the same fucking thing happened to me.
No. No.
It was awful. But yeah, I don't know. You know what makes me feel better when I do something embarrassing on vacation?
What?
If I make some art.
Yeah, that's a really good idea, actually.
So, we're talking today about travel art kits and art supplies to bring when you're on your vacay.
Because imagine how funny a little cartoon of your mother-in-law
in
the ocean
that would have been
around.
fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I could have made a postcard and mailed it back home to tell my friends.
I want that postcard.
I will make you that postcard now.
That is so funny.
It's hilarious.
Welcome to Cabo.
Yeah.
Woo.
But even if you're busy once you get on vacation, like depending on where you're going, sometimes there's like a long flight.
Okay, because I was wondering, where's the downtime for
a long car ride, or like, and some people want to be able, like some people vacation
and stuff, huh?
Yeah, and some people vacation is going to a pretty beach and then making pictures of it. Like that's what that's what they want to do. So we're talking and actually super listener Lois posted a thing that kind of inspired this idea.
Oh my goodness,
she is. But she posted a product that I thought would be awesome in a travel art supply kit. So we're going to talk about travel kits, and what we would like to put them in them. So there are some things that you want to consider first. So where are you going, or how long are you going to be gone?
Yeah.
Like, are you just going on a weekend trip that's going to involve a long car ride? Or are you going to be on a long flight and you're going to be gone for a week? Like, are you going to be gone for the summer? Are you one of those people that has a vacation home? Like, where you're going and what you're doing is going to determine how much art supplies are you going to be bringing.
Yeah, and are you working on a project that you need to bring with you?
Is it a big bunch of supplies or what? Will you be doing art in the car? Your art in the car, or will you be doing it on a? Will you be flying?
What if you're on a cruise and you're doing it on the deck of a ship?
Yeah, you gotta have something that's not gonna blow away for that shit, because it's always windy on a cruise ship.
Yeah, that's true. I've never been on one. I just pretend like I know.
Does your kit need to be carry-on friendly? Like, if you're bringing it on the plane, you have to consider, is there liquids? Are there sharp things? Are there, like, we're going to talk, we're going to cover all of this shit.
Couldn't bring your X-Acto blade.
Yeah, no, they frown upon that heavily.
Yes.
Let me see. So, these are all things that you're going to consider. It's going to determine what you're going to bring. Basically, I feel like the goal of a travel art kit or an art bag is to have a small representation of your studio in your bag. Well, see, but there are ways to make it not a mess.
Like,
so,
because it's funny when you're into like collage and painting and mixed media. I mean, there's just so many.
But there's a way to keep that shit under control. We're going to talk about that.
Okay.
We're talking about that today. So, I mean, like, you kind of want to be able to express yourself when you're away from home. And, you know, like, I'm not a smoker anymore, so when I vacation with my in-laws, everybody's outside hanging out smoking, and, you know, I don't know, maybe I could sit outside and draw or whatever.
Yeah.
So, although I kind of don't like people watching me draw, and that stuff, it bugs me.
I feel like I can't have a conversation and draw at the same time.
I can't either.
Yeah.
But then but see, here's the thing. I don't tend to do crocheting or knitting in the summertime. I think it's yucky.
Yeah.
It's too hot.
Even embroidery? Maybe embroidery.
I can do embroidery.
Yeah.
It depends on how my hand gets sweaty sometimes, but I'm saving my money for one of those ones. Have you seen the ones that you tuck under your leg?
Yeah.
I want one of those.
Yeah.
So that it makes it like a kind of like you have the standing one, but I feel like you can probably sit back further and relax more and
use both hands and not be so stiff.
So what kind of art are we working on? That is also, like you said, mixed media. Are you a yarn arts or a fiber arts person, sewing stuff? I bring a little bit of everything. Maybe. Like, we're getting ready to do our big camping trip, and I always bring shit to keep myself entertained camping, because I mean, you're in the woods. Yeah, you don't have fucking TV. You don't have our phones don't even work where we go. I never think
of bringing art supplies. That's such a great idea.
So first things first is the container. Like, how are you going to contain your art supplies? And again, where you're going, how long you're going to be gone,
how much room you have
determines.
If you're going in the car, you have more room probably to put more stuff.
Yeah, if you're going to be flying somewhere, you want to keep your carry-on bag to a minimum. I always use as a carry-on, because I get an extra carry-on because I have a CPAP machine and it's medical, so they can't count it against your carry-on stuff. But I use a messenger bag for a purse. Or my backpack instead of my purse when I go somewhere traveling.
Yeah, so it's like an extra you can put under your seat.
Yeah. You can put it under there. And then I like to don't tell anyone, because you're supposed to leave them under the seat, but I like to slide them out and then put my feet on them, because those chairs are fucking horrible when you have short little fat legs. Yes. They kind of cut off the circulation in your legs, and your feet just hang, and then your feet swell, and then you're fucked when you get off the plane. Yeah. But so I like to use a canvas bag. I have a million canvas shopping bags. I like to use those. Some you can make one. I think that I would like one with pockets on the sides, or a little bit, some dividers. My messenger bag has dividers and pockets, so I use that a lot when I'm flying somewhere. When we go camping, I just throw shit in a bag. But
I got so lucky in the swap I was in that I got this coolest bag that has a bunch of zippers inside, like about I want to say 6 zippers.
Oh, awesome.
Different compartments. And
Dude,
it's got
that's
a handle
a
on the
perfect
end.
bag for
like
travel arts.
Yeah, like you could put your embroidery stuff in there and your drawing and your other. Yeah, like, oh, I feel so lucky. Thank you, Candace person.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So I think the key to keeping organized when you're making a travel art kit is to have things separated. So I like to use makeup bags or pencil bags or the Blue Q. I love those little cute, the Blue Q brand bags that, like, I have the one that says,
oh yeah,
please don't
fuck with my
shit.
Yeah.
And I have another one that says financial disaster. Like they're just the funny little, you can make them little zipper bags, zipper pouches. You can use just a regular, I dropped this one. Just a regular school pencil pouch.
Yes.
But so you have one of those for your, like this one has colored pencils and pencils in it. Because when I travel, I bring my glittery supplies because they're awesome. And you keep like a
some
little,
of those. I love them.
a pencil sharpener in there and your pencils. So, and even smaller ones for paintbrushes, just a few paintbrushes. You don't need to bring all your paintbrushes. And I don't bring my favorite things with me. Like I don't bring my favorite paintbrushes traveling with me because if I lost them, it would really fucking piss me off.
Yeah, yes.
I bring... and one paintbrush that I love in particular are the ones that you can fill with water.
Yeah. So if you had watercolors.
Yes, which I will get to momentarily.
Oh.
But yeah, the little pencil bags, little makeup, cosmetics bags, school supply bags, office supply bags. Even if you want to, Ziploc bags. Like it doesn't have to be fancy or cute. I kind of can't do things without making them cute. Because I just need to have sparkly, cute things in my life.
Because why not? It's another thing that can be sparkly and cute. Okay.
Yeah, and then people can go, oh my God, look at all your cool... And then it inspires me. I feel inspired by that, though. I feel like excited and inspired to do things. So, you have these little bags. You make one. Separate out your supplies, though, in these little bags. And then put them all in one bigger bag. You see what I'm saying? So it keeps you organized. You know, okay, my paintbrushes are in this bag and this and this. And even if they're not see-through, some of them you can have a transparent, whatever. You know where everything is. You know what bag they're in. It's easy to get to. It's easy to put away. Like if you're flying, you want to be able to, hey, you have to lift your fucking thing, put your tray up, turbulence, put your shit away. You can just put everything away really quickly. You don't have to fuck around with it. And then it's easy to keep track of while you're traveling. So there's that. And if you're going somewhere for a long time, this is kind of cool. Or if you're someone who really, you are taking a trip to go paint the beaches or whatever. I saw some fucking cute vintage suitcases made into traveling studios.
Oh, wow.
Like
on Pinterest?
Yeah, of course, on the Pinterest. We'll have a big Pinterest board for this, for ideas. But
did they put compartments in it?
Yeah, they reupholstered them and had like little fabric pouches and little containers, and I fucking love shit like that.
Yes,
I have a book about making portfolios for your, like, an arts portfolio, and my favorite one in the book is someone used a vintage suitcase. That, like, they made it so that it would open out and it was just fucking cool as shit.
It's probably even somehow put an easel in there too.
Oh yeah, I saw an easel backpack when I was looking up stuff. Like it's a French easel, but it has. I don't know if you can purchase one or if the guy just made it like that, but I bet
it's a thing you
fit
can
on a
purchase.
backpack. It like had
that
backpack
makes
straps.
Sense. You hike up to the high point and then you sketch the view or whatever,
and then you put everything up and put it back in your backpack and go.
That's cool.
Like your day hike art kit.
Dedication.
That is some dedication. So I want to talk about what to put in your travel kit. And I got some of my favorite things out here that I like to put in my travel kits.
Nice.
Also, obviously the pencil bag. These have regular pencils and colored pencils in them. And a pencil sharpener. I like to bring my favorite pens, like a selection of favorite pens. And I usually have, this is bigger than what I take with me, but I just bought this, like tiny spiral notebooks. for jotting down ideas or thoughts. I also have that little book that I bought from Ellisaid that I do tiny sketches in and stuff.
Yeah.
But I like to keep those in a bag so I have them with me. And then so you can get like moleskin journals. You can get them with sketch pad paper, like sketching paper in them.
Okay, yeah.
So you need paper, but you don't want to bring like big tablets of paper with you. That's the whole point of having a travel art kit, is to have things travel size. So I like to just throw together quick little journals for myself before I leave. Like some of them I just put drawing paper in. Some of them I like to do alternating drawing paper and watercolor paper.
Oh,
but you just do a little mini one. This is the one, I'll take a picture of it. I think that I actually made this for an episode that we did on binding journals. This is a cereal box.
That's awesome.
And then I covered it with paper and made a little lining, and I just put paper in it. And I like this one I made from paper bags, ideas and shit. I made a paper bag book and I just stitched it up.
Yeah.
So I love just having a little journal that I throw together. If I lose it, I'm probably going to be bummed, but it's not a big deal. It's not a whole fucking notebook full of paper that I just bought. It's just something quick. It's something easy. You're not doing big major pieces of artwork.
You're probably just sketching out ideas or whatever. Yeah.
Also, you can get like the blocks of watercolor paper.
Oh,
this one is like a 6x6 block. They're gummed on both sides. So I cannot fucking hold on to anything today.
No, you've been doing a good job up until now.
Yeah. It's because I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, me too.
So just, if you get you don't need a whole big thing of watercolor paper.
Yeah.
You're not doing big pieces of art. You can just have your little gummed block of watercolor paper. It keeps it from coming undone in the bag. See, you feel it. It's called a block. It's
okay.
So you can peel them off. You kind of sometimes have to slip your palette knife underneath there and get them, or something. But yeah, take that with you, because I bought this at Christmas time a couple years ago. My husband's family does name drawings, and his cousin got me a gift certificate to Hobby Lobby. We don't really have Hobby Lobbies here in Portland, and I just I don't really like Hobby Lobby as a business, so but I was like, hey, I got the gift certificate, I don't know what to get, so I bought myself this Winsor & Newton travel watercolor kit, and it has little pan watercolors. I mean, it has a little water dish that hooks off the thing, and little compartments, but it's very compact and very little. And if you have your brush with water already in it, you can also, if you have your drinking water, just put a little water in there. Some people bring those collapsible, like the silicone collapsible measuring cups or mugs. They take them with them to actually have a cup of water. And actually, the cool thing about the silicone ones is they don't slide.
Yes.
They stick to whatever you're doing. They're kind of grippy. So you can have that. But I think there are so many, when I looked up travel watercolor kits, every brand has them. I use Koi brand a lot. I've never used their pan watercolors before, but they have a travel kit. Pretty much anyone now, they're making these little tiny palettes, and the little pan things go in them, and they work great, and they're nice and compact, and it all folds back up and goes right back in your bag when you're done. And then if you have your pre-filled brush with water, empty this out before you get on the plane, because your fluid ounces are cumulative too. Like they can't be bigger than travel size things, but you can't have more than a certain amount total.
Okay.
Also, so if you're flying, just make sure that there's no water. They'll bring you water.
Yeah.
So you don't need it.
You can go in the bathroom and fill it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Out of the toilet. Just kidding.
One of the things that I just thought about the blue toilet water on a plane. So Lois posted a video of these things. They're called Viviva watercolor sheets. You guys have got to fucking look these up.
Okay.
It's like a little pad of paper, but they're little. It's almost pan watercolor, but not. They're just dried heavily concentrated areas of watercolor on these little sheets, and you just get your brush wet and rub it on there. But it's no bigger than like a greeting card.
Wow.
But it's narrow, and they're really bright colors. Like, I'm surprised at how vivid they really are. That would be perfect to slip in your travel bag.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of what it's for, to be on the go. It would be absolutely perfect.
That's cool.
Glue sticks, you probably need a glue stick.
Yeah.
Don't bring liquid glue. Counts if you're flying, it's going to count against your fluid ounces. Also, it's going to make your bag heavier. I don't like bringing shit that could spill.
Yeah.
And make a big mess. So a glue stick is perfect. Scissors, you're going to want your scissors to fly have to be the blade part has to be shorter than 4 inches.
Or you can put them in your checked bag. Could you put regular scissors in your checked bag?
Yeah, you can put them in your checked bag.
Okay.
But the whole point is, like, if you're going to be on a long flight. Yeah. Also, while we're talking about flight stuff, I know from experience, you are allowed to bring a knitting needles on if you have a project worked on them. So if you have something in progress on your knitting needles,
okay,
you can bring them on, but you can't just bring knitting needles.
That makes sense, kind of.
Yeah. And I like to use the they make little stoppers that go on the end of your knitting needles. I use them just so I don't go fuck when I pull it out of my bag and my knitting has come off of my needle, but they also make them look less menacing because they're little rubber stoppers that just go on. They're kind of like erasers for your pencil, but they're like little balls or whatever. And again,
needles. Can you bring a sewing
needle?
Yeah,
you can bring a little sewing kit. You cannot bring an X-Acto blade.
Yeah, no.
But you can bring embroidery, anything like that. It's not a problem. Always, though, I would double check, because I also think that here's the thing. It's up to the ATF agents, or I don't think ATF is right. I don't know. It's up to the agent and the person inspecting your bag's discretion. So if they just want to be an asshole, they're going to be an asshole. So also, I feel like if we have different threat levels or different things are going on, they may be more strict about certain things. And sometimes that shit changes. So your best bet is to get on the website, or go to your airport, or call the airline that you're flying with's website and check out what you can and can't bring.
Yeah.
And I would even go so far, because I looked stuff up about it, but I actually called and spoke to a person, because I would have been.
Do they list every single thing? I mean,
they do, but in Portland Airport, they have a list of, they have this acrylic box in the airport that's a display case of things you cannot fly with that have been confiscated. But it's kind of hilarious. Like, someone tried to fly with an axe as a carry-on.
Yeah,
like they took it away from them. Like, you can't have. Who does that shit?
Yeah,
but they're. You would think they wouldn't take some little old lady's knitting needles from her, but you never fucking know. Like, again, I feel like it's a discretionary thing. Like, if someone wants to be an asshole, they can just kind of be an asshole. And the shitty thing is, yeah, you could argue about it and try to stand up for yourself, but you're going to miss your fucking flight. You're not going to go. It's going to fuck up your vacation.
Yeah.
So we had to, like, my husband forgot to leave his pocket knife at home, and it has a blade. Actually, I think at that time you couldn't even bring your goddamn fingernail clippers on the plane with you.
Yeah.
At that point. And Portland Airport has little lockers that you can rent and store stuff in. So he had to rent a locker, because it was a really nice knife that was a gift, but it had a really long blade. So we had to rent a locker. And then when we got back, we flew in so late at night, he had to come back to the airport during the day to get his stuff out of the locker because it was closed.
Oh man.
So just double check if you have anything that you are not sure about. And as far as fluid totals, like, if you want to bring acrylic paints or on a trip with you, again, I would get a small pencil bag or a cosmetics bag or whatever. Go buy the cheap, like, Reeves brand with the small tubes. Just like you can buy them at Joann's or Michael's. They're just the cheapo, like, I think Reeves is almost like the store brand. And they're little teeny, like,
Yeah.
teeny tiny, almost like sample size. They're travel size.
Yeah.
And put a few in there. Don't bring all the colors. Just bring the colors that you'll use. Like, you don't have to have the whole palette out there, and you can mix colors. So just get like your standard colors that you want and stick them in the bag and bring those with you, so that you're not surpassing. You don't have to throw away or waste anything.
Yeah.
Because that would really be a bummer. That's not a way to start your vacay.
Yeah, no.
Having to throw away some art supplies at the airport. TSA agent, not TATF. It was TSA. Alcohol, tobacco, and firearms doesn't fucking care. Well, I mean, they probably care in the grand scheme of things what you're fucking flying with. But, I gotta get some chapstick on. I'm talking so much. My lips are dry. Also, a half-size ruler, like the little shorty rulers, are good to have if you need a straight edge. I use expired credit cards, or I like save the dumb, here, you qualify for this credit card advertisement things.
Yeah.
I save those and use them for scrapers and spreaders and stuff.
Yeah.
One of those in your bag to use. Hand wipes.
Oh.
A little travel pack of hand wipes to clean your hands off, or to clean off whatever
your brushes,
your surface, or your whatever you're doing. You can get disposable palette paper if you feel like you need it. They come in small blocks, gummed blocks, kind of like the watercolor paper, and just rip them off. I really like bringing blank watercolor postcards. They make them, I think Strathmore makes them. You can get them at any art supply store, but they're perfect postcard size. They're actual postcards. They have the stuff on the back, the place for the stamp, the line, but they're watercolor paper. So you can do like a little drawing, or draw your mother-in-law being tumbled in the sea and then send that out to people. Go, man, you missed this. This was great.
That's so cute.
Yeah. Anything like that. Like, oh my God. So I saw, again, I get so many ideas when I'm researching for this show.
Yeah, yep.
People are making, you're going to fucking love this. I love tiny things. I love little shit like this. People are making little miniature pocket art kits out of fucking Altoids tins.
Oh, what a great idea.
And they are so goddamn cute. And they're even taking like the mini Altoids tins and like making watercolor palettes. They're putting them in there and separating them out. And then there's that. And then they have their, like, it's all compact into this little tin that you can like go to the park, put that shit in your pocket, and then do some little drawings.
That's so cute.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
But I love doing this. I love taking stuff, and even if I don't use it, honestly, like even if I don't end up using my art supplies, I somehow find it comforting that I have them and that I could use them if I wanted to.
Yes. It's a great idea. I just never think about it, though. I did always bring stuff for my kid. Like, and it was always a pencil box full of colored pencils, pens, an eraser, a sharpener, and then a pad of paper. Yeah, I mean, that was great.
Yeah, keep your kids entertained and whatever.
Yeah, especially on a long car ride.
Oh, or a plane ride.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes a clipboard can be handy.
Oh yeah, a clipboard. You could put that in your kit too. They even make like little mini clipboards.
Yeah.
So, because sometimes you're not in a place where you have a hard surface.
Yeah.
Or like
sitting on the beach.
Sitting on the beach, or in the car on a long car ride, or like if you have a layover and you're in the airport for fucking ever and you have to find a way to entertain yourself, you can draw cartoons of all the assholes around you.
Yeah.
That are judging other people and stuff.
That's
and make
right.
little pop-up cartoons about them.
Put bubbles over their head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you can do. Yeah, it is just kind of like a sophisticated, I mean, like, I think all moms, some dads, but mostly moms, know, is this moldy? I don't know what the fuck's going on with this. Know how to fucking pack a bag of shit to keep a kid entertained.
Yeah.
And this is just like a more
sophisticated... And I never thought of doing it for myself.
Yeah.
Like, why didn't I ever think of that for me?
Because you know what? When you have babies and you have little kids, you don't have time to fucking entertain yourself.
True.
Because you're so busy keeping them from drowning in the lake or the ocean.
Keep eyes on them all the time.
Or keeping them from eating weird shit off the ground. Or touching strange animals. Like...
But you've inspired me. I'm going to bring a travel embroidery kit on our vacation just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do just like make a little pouch of
Of
just
different,
the little
a few
things that you
colors
need and your little needles and like your a hoop.
Yeah.
And you'll have that and it'll be cool.
Yeah.
And then you'll have a needle and thread, and in case something happens, you can fix something on your clothes. 'Cause
Yes.
I always travel with a sewing kit.
Yeah.
I'm one of those over-prepared travelers, though. I irritate people. But I irritate people until they need some shit, and then they're like, "Hey,
Katie, got this
do you
thing."
have this?" I'm like,
Yeah.
"Fuck yeah, I got this shit." Especially when we go camping.
Yeah.
I have the nieces call it the drug bag.
Oh yeah.
I have a Ziploc bag full of it's basically a fucking pharmacy. It has every antihistamine, antibacterial, Band-Aid, when you fucking name it.
Q-tips.
I even bring like dental wax in case, like, I don't know, you lose a filling, you can fucking shove some of that shit up in there. You're in the woods, you don't know what's gonna fucking happen.
Wow, you are prepared.
I am fucking, and I was never even a Girl Scout.
Wow, you just came to you naturally.
It's
just
called
have-
anxiety.
Yeah, exactly.
I get anxious and
Think
worry
about
about
all the things.
like
that
I
could
have to cover
possibly
all
go
the what
wrong.
ifs.
Yeah.
It's
No, I have that
circumventing catastrophic thinking
Yes.
patterns, and then
too.
it's all just trying to
I
have
have
control.
to sit and tell myself, like, when I'm like, this trip is a road trip, where there's gonna be stores, like, and I need to tell myself it's okay if I forget something. I will be able to get a thing.
See, but no, my husband and I argue about this, especially like when we go to Mexico. He's like, "You don't need like I always."
I hope to bring it, but if I accidentally forget,
Yeah, no. Kurt's like,
I'm not gonna be
"Don't worry
stranded on
about
an
packing
island."
sunblock. They're gonna have it in Mexico." And I'm like, "Yeah, and it's gonna be so expensive because you fucking dumbass gringo left your fucking sunblock at home,
Yeah.
and now you fucking need it, and they're gonna make you pay for it." So
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I'm going to Target and I'm buying my favorite sunblock, which is their store brand, and it works the best. I am not even kidding you.
yeah,
It's the
Target
best.
store brand.
Target store brand. They're it's got a yellow or orange lid, and it's just their sports sunblock.
Good to know.
It lasts all day, and I'm not even kidding you. My superpower is walking outside and getting sunburned
Yeah.
in a quicker amount of time than any human being should possibly burn. It's weird.
Oh,
Like you
man.
can watch it happen to me.
Oh,
You'll be like, oh.
She's starting to smoke a
Yeah,
little bit.
no, it's true. I burn worse than my redheaded
Like a
husband.
vampire.
It is bad. I'm not a daywalker. That's for fucking damn sure. I have a friend that can tan. She's a ginger, and they
Uh-huh.
call themselves daywalkers
Nice.
because
That's great.
she gets tan. I'm like, how are you brown? You're so fucking. Your hair is so red. And she's
Wow,
like, I
that
don't know.
is
It's weird.
amazing.
Because my
Lucky.
husband and my sister-in-law are not like that.
Yeah.
They get more freckles. That gives
Yeah.
the illusion of tan, but
Yes.
it's not tan
Yeah.
at all. And there's often blistering involved.
Ooh.
I don't like that.
Oh no.
Make sure you leave a pocket in your art supply kit for your sunblock.
Yeah.
You can't be without that
guys,
shit.
Yeah.
So what are your plans this summer? Where are you guys going again?
Well, the one thing I'm hoping to get is free tickets to see at midnight. You know, the taping of At Midnight.
Yes, that would be so awesome.
So I signed up, and I guess sometimes you don't find out until like the week before if you got in, but I'm just like,
That
it's
would
like a
be so
Wednesday
cool.
at 3. I'm hoping that we get in, and that's and
So
then
you guys are going
maybe,
to like the LA area.
yeah, and just kind of California. I love California. I'm weird. I know. I have anxiety about
I like to
earthquakes,
visit California, but I could never live there because I would just be
Yeah.
constantly, it would throw me
Yeah.
into obsessive compulsive madness.
yeah, but just visiting there, you don't think about it.
No.
I don't
Oh,
know.
no, I do.
Yeah, no, I do. I've been thinking about it already, and
I'm not going to make it worse for you, though, because I
but-
don't want to tell you the things that I think. They're like,
I know that it's about to fall into the ocean at any moment.
I always worry when I'm in the air, like when we're flying into it, like what if the whole city is destroyed while we're in the air? Would we feel an earthquake in the air? Would it somehow vibrate the air? Would we know? We're going to fucking land. There's not going to be an airport to land at. We're going to run out of fuel. Like, I seriously go through these.
Oh, no.
This is why I have to take Valium when I fly.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I can't fly without it. I just can't. It's
Yeah.
not, I can't do it. I break out in hives.
Oh my god, the queen of worst case scenarios,
And
huh?
yeah,
Yeah. I know. I
it's
know.
so weird.
It is so weird.
So you guys are going to be gone for like 2 weeks? A week and a
Almost.
half?
Yeah. And maybe, like, I think we want to go to Universal Studios. I have never been.
I want to go because the Harry Potter world. Can I go with you guys?
Come with us. That'd be so
Would that
funny.
be weird?
Yeah, on our honeymoon.
Would Scott let me sleep on the couch in the motel room?
Scott would love that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I think it's, I don't know. I'm not excited about the driving part, but.
No. And you guys will probably be trading off driving, or are you just going to let him drive the whole way?
I don't know.
We drove to San Diego once.
Yeah, I've driven down there a couple times.
Motherfucking drive from Oregon, but
Yeah.
we did most of it at night. We left at it was when we took my son. So my brother lived down there with his now ex-wife, and we drove all the way down there. We left at 6 or 7 o'clock at night, and we made it to LA. We made such good time. But then, because it's all we went I-5 the whole way. So we went over the Siskiyous, down I-5, and then we even had a detour because there was some horrific accident, and so that we had to go out around. But it was so late at night, we just took turns driving. But when we hit LA at rush hour traffic in the morning, and then I was like, oh, there goes our time. But we drove straight through, just taking potty breaks and swapping drivers.
Hours, isn't it?
We made it to LA in 11 hours because I did some serious speeding by night.
Mm-hmm.
But then by the time we got through the fucking rush hour, well, actually we didn't realize that it was before Oregon had the carpool lane.
Oh, yeah.
So we weren't familiar with the whole carpool lane concept and all of that.
Oh, so you could have used it, but you didn't know.
But we did finally figure it out. But I don't know. We made it to Los Angeles in about 16 hours. To San Diego in 16 hours or so.
Wow.
And then, but we went to Disneyland. We drove back up and went to Disneyland on the way home. And that was a blast. But man, I'm just going to fucking tell you that driving was...
I know.
I don't like it.
I know.
I hate flying, and I would rather just fly a place.
I know, because we could fly there in 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Or we can drive there.
But then
in
you have
2
to rent
days.
a car, and then it's
I know, and it
it kind of weighs. I don't know. It's a money
you have
thing.
more time.
Mm-hmm.
Though, which is nice, but. Well, and funny that we were part of it. I wanted to drive down Pacific Highway 1 because it's beautiful, but there's that huge slide.
Oh yeah.
In Big Sur, so that's okay. Well, I guess we're not going to do that now.
No, you can't do that.
Yeah, not that stretch anyway. Because I did want to go to Monterey and Carmel. I think it's so beautiful there.
Oh, it is gorgeous there.
But then just south of there is where the slide was. So then you have to kind of. So we might just detour off I-5 and go over there and then come back. I don't know.
Do you guys travel well together? Or do you fight when you travel?
No, we don't fight. So we get a little bitchy. He got a little bitchy but it's usually when the kids.
Yeah.
To just us, no, we have fun.
Yeah.
We do.
Kurt and I bicker sometimes, but we generally have a good time.
Yeah, he's he's a little anxiety inducing because he wants it all planned out, but then I'm like, well, let's be open and flexible, please.
See, I do like to have a plan, but I have a plan, but I don't have a fucking itinerary.
No.
I like to be able to go.
In general, I like to see these things.
Yeah. And if they happen, they happen.
Yeah.
If they don't, they don't. Sometimes I have a priority list. These are the main things that I really want to do. And then let's see if we can fit these other things in. And if we can't, we can't.
Yeah. Because we're making a compromise on, I want to see the fashion district in LA. I want to see the fabric stores. And he wants to see some computer museum outside. I think it's in Silicon Valley or something. So I'm like, okay, we could make those okay, we'll do this with you one day, and we'll do this for me the other day,
that's a good compromise.
I don't know.
Really, Kurt is the worst to travel with because all Kurt really wants to do is find a place to sit down and drink.
Oh yeah.
So that's it.
That's lowest on my priorities.
And I like to relax at the end of the evening.
Yeah.
With some drinks, but I also don't like being hungover when I travel. I don't like feeling bad the next day.
Mm-hmm.
I do like to party and have cocktails at night, but I want to go see shit. I don't want to just we can sit in a bar at home.
Stuff too. That's just
oh,
we were exploring this area and we found this thing and it was so cool.
Yeah, no, totally.
I like that kind of stuff.
I love shit like that.
kind of want to see the La Brea Tar Pits.
I want to go there and see that
I
too.
have never seen it. I know it's kind of, I guess it's kind of run down.
I don't fucking care. I hate it when people say that.
I know.
Like, oh
I
no,
don't
you
know.
don't want to see that. It's really run down or whatever. Like people say that, but I do. I've never seen it before.
I know. And
I
like,
don't care.
And I guess there's there's an observatory out there outside of LA or that I want to see too.
Do you know what I want to do in LA? And I
What?
just recently learned about it. Did you know there's a death museum?
No.
There's a death museum.
Okay, I would see that
It's
too.
amazing.
Yeah.
It's like full of all kinds of crazy shit. They have like a whole display
I'm gonna
of
look
like
that up.
the
Thank you.
what was the cult that all committed suicide for the Hale-Bopp comet?
Oh yeah.
There's a
the
whole display of
Branch Davidians or
No,
something.
no, those are the
Oh, okay.
Texas people that caught everybody on fire.
Shit,
David
I'm getting them
Koresh.
all mixed up.
No, they're
Getting all my
the
cults
anyway.
mixed up.
They there's a whole room that is like things that came out of their compound.
Ooh,
like,
creepy. Is
yeah,
that
it's
cool?
super creepy,
Wow.
but really
Okay,
awesome.
I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm gonna message that to myself. 'Cause,
Yeah.
See, and I know LA is probably not like a destination to a lot of people. I don't know.
I think it is. People want to go to Hollywood. And...
People talk crap about it a lot.
No,
But
I think it's neat to
but,
visit. I
yeah,
like going
there's-
there to visit, but I wouldn't be
there's
able to
so many
live
things there
but...
that I just have never seen.
Yeah.
That I'm like, I kind of want to see those things.
Yeah,
and I like the
totally.
beach down there. I don't know.
Holy shit.
Have we been talking forever?
Well, I just realized the reason I'm so hungry is it's 2:30.
Oh my god, I'm so hungry.
So we got to be done, guys. I don't know what we're doing next week. Next week we may. I don't know, Lonnie. What do you think about doing for our next episode? So it'll give us 2 weeks to do our results with our upcycling. Do you think that's long enough?
2 weeks from now?
Yeah.
Probably.
Or do we want to?
I don't know. There's a lot of stuff I haven't done. With
haven't done either. I have one sewing
I've had
project
some
to
big
finish.
fails
Let's
too,
give
but
our.
we'll talk about
but
those
no,
on-
that's important to talk about. The failures too.
I hate them. I don't want to talk about them.
No, they make me upset and mad, but they happen, and they happen to everybody. So anyway, we have a few things coming up this summer. Again, we'll probably miss a few weeks
Yeah.
periodically. Like I know you guys are going to go on your vacation, and Kurt and I have a couple of different things that we're doing. In August, we're going to go see the Dropkick Murphys and Rancid play in Seattle, and that is my big summer thing. I'm so fucking excited for it. But we're going to stay up there for a couple days. But I may be going to visit my friend Cindy in San Juan Bautista
Ooh, fun.
for a weekend. But like little things. So yeah, but we're always around, you guys, and we always have fun stuff. And I'm coming up with some cool shit for you. Oh my god, I'm going to introduce. I want to do more upcycling stuff.
Yeah.
So I thought we could do an upcycling dedicated episode once a month. This is my goal for the show. And Casey just gave us a box of 200 blank cassettes that don't have tape on them. All they have is the lead-in tape. There's no magnetic tape to record on. So we're going to upcycle sometime in July.
I saw a cool piece made with those.
Yeah, you can do some cool shit with them.
Yeah.
We have 200 of them. So
wow.
we're going to do some shit with them. Maybe 100. Maybe it's 100. We have 100 of them. Whatever. We have a lot of them. So anyway, yeah, we got some cool shit coming up this summer. And so we hope you guys stick around and listen to us. And also, please rate and review us on iTunes. We need that. Go give us some stars. I don't care what you write. You don't have to write a novel. You don't even have to write anything. Just say, these guys are rad or something. Like, whatever. Just do it. Anyway, once we reach 25 reviews, we're doing a drawing to give away a pencil bag. So if you put your name or screenshot the review that you did and email it to twoartsygals@gmail.com or post it in our Facebook group, Two Artsy Gals Making Cool Shit Yo, which you can join just by simply requesting, and I will approve you. And it's a cool community that we're building so we can all be artsy and cool together. And we'll do that. Anyway, until next week, go make some cool shit, yo!
Do it now. Good morning, Katie. This is your friend. I'm recording on the new Tascam. I'm trying to figure out what the buttons do, but every once in a while I take a break to poo.